In today's show, I'm going to be breaking down 10 weeks after the halving, 2016 versus 2020. As you can see right here in this graph on the left, shows you 2016, which led to over 3,000% gains in about 525 days. Now 2020, the halving just happened 2 months ago. We're just getting started, but if history repeats and is like anything from the previous halving, we can expect a parabolic rise to new all-time highs with Bitcoin reaching price discovery mode. I'll be breaking this down for you right here in today's show. Also, in today's episode, stock to flow model on track. It just reached the second red dot at 9,600, currently above the first red dot. Rocket ship to the moon. I'll be breaking down the latest from the Bitcoin stock to flow X model. Also, in today's show, I'll be breaking down Bitcoin's latest surge higher, which is extremely positive and bullish, and I'll be sharing what those bullish factors are with you right here in today's show. Also, in today's episode, I'll be sharing with you a little known crypto asset which just skyrocketed 10,000% in the DeFi market. And also in today's show, why one prominent chess grandmaster, Garry Kasparov, considered one of the greatest grandmasters of all time, is bullish on Bitcoin as well as Bitcoin adoption. Check this out. Bitcoin could be an integral piece to progressing the game of life, according to chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov. He also explained that he believes it is only a matter of time before Bitcoin as well as other digital currencies garner greater mainstream adoption. I'll be giving you all the highlights from this exclusive interview he did with Forbes. He also goes on to share the good thing about Bitcoin is that you know exactly the number, the magic number of 21 million. But when you look at the other side, the Fed, for instance, you never know how many trillions of dollars will appear on the market tomorrow that will damage your savings. I'll be breaking all this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin and a lot of the major altcoins back in the green. Some altcoins up over 7% for the day. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And before we kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, smash the link right below this video in the description and register for this free system, OPM Wealth. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. I find this very interesting. Josh Rager shared it just a couple days ago on crypto Twitter, and it shows a comparison of the halving back in 2016 in comparison to now in 2020. Now check this out. The 2016 halving, which you can see on the left side of your screen, led to over 3,000% gains in about 525 days. That's where Bitcoin reached an all-time high of $20,000 back in December of 2020. How many of you remember those epic times? Now check this out in comparison. Now 10 weeks after the 2020 Bitcoin halving, here's where we're currently at. Let's also not forget that just earlier this year, as a result of the pandemic, all the markets crashed, including crypto. Bitcoin went down to about $3,600, but right now we're just above $9,500 support. So we've already gained 300% this year. Let's not forget that. And considering we gained over 3,000% on the previous halving preceding that, it wouldn't be so far-fetched to believe that we could 10x, potentially 5x from here. And I want you to really think about it. All Bitcoin needs to do to reach about a $50,000 valuation is go up 500%. So considering we've gone up over 3,000% from a previous halving, then the 2012 halving, Bitcoin went absolutely parabolic, like over 40,000%. Now, if history rhymes, I don't expect history to repeat, right? I don't expect Bitcoin to gain another 3,000% rise in this rally. But again, all we need to do is go up 10x, 1,000%, and that's 100,000 Bitcoin valuation. Is it doable? Abso-freaking-lutely. I think this cycle will be a lot shorter as things are compressing, but we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts surrounding this. Do you feel we're also about to see an epic parabolic rise? I think it's inevitable. The only question is, how big will this go? Once we reach price discovery mode and Bitcoin smashes the all-time high set back in December of 2017 and we surpass $20,000, there's no telling how fast we can climb to 30,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, etc. And that's why I'm so bullish on Bitcoin right now. Now let's check out the Bitcoin stock to flow X model. This is an update from Plan B. Shout out to Plan B. He said stock to flow model on track. The second red dot was just reached at 9,600 and currently above the first red dot. Now, if you're not familiar with stock to flow model X, it predicts a $288,000 Bitcoin price by the end of 2024 and a I believe it's $77,000 or $78,000 Bitcoin valuation by the end of next year. This has been the most accurate Bitcoin price prediction model, and things are just looking uberly bullish in the market right now. Let's take a look at this tweet from Cryptic. Bitcoin is a clock with a history that can't be changed, which is visible to all at any time, novel and unique in the history of human invention. I agree 100%. Plan B responded, I just did a global audit on this unique clock and can verify it. There are exactly X amount of Bitcoin, and that network security is top notch. Talking about the exahashes per second reaching an all-time high. We also have the hash power reaching all-time high. I know Max Kaiser has went out and shared that the price of Bitcoin follows the hash rate. So with hash rate being at an all-time high, that's just another bullish indicator that things are about to get parabolic. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bitcoin's latest surge higher is extremely positive. Here's the factors to consider. Bitcoin broke as high as 96.50 on Thursday on the back of millions of dollars worth of liquidations and buying pressure. The asset has since experienced a slight pullback to 9,500 support, yet analysts remain optimistic as technicals and fundamentals continue to support the bulls. That's right, Bitcoin has room to rally. According to top analysts, Bitcoin's ongoing breakout has allowed it to deny a bearish market structure that was set to send the asset plummeting, said an analyst on July 22nd. He specifically made a reference to how Bitcoin invalidated a potential descendant triangle and diagonal resistance during its recent move higher. Here's what they went on to share. Multiple failed attempts to send the price lower soaked up at daily demand and the monthly open for Bitcoin. Yesterday's one-day close posted a higher high, breaking MS on the daily. Metals, equities, altcoins all ripping higher. Maybe time for the best asset of the past decade to now. Abso-freaking-lutely. The analyst did not convey a price prediction of the above-mentioned analysis, but in previous analyses, the trader has noted that Bitcoin is primed to move above 10,000 and then 11,000. I also agree we need to smash 10,000 and that critical $10,500 resistance before we can break to the upside of 11,000, revisit last year's high of 14,000, and then Hulk smash the all-time high set back in December of 2017 of $20,000 reaching price discovery mode. The optimism was echoed by another analyst who suggested that Bitcoin's ability to surmount 9,500 is positive. The analyst shared the following opinion: BTC HTF update looking good still. Seems as though 9,300 is holding as support, but even if we pulled back to around 9,200, that's fine, and we should be looking good for another leg upwards. Really want to see if the bulls have the power to break 9,500, as that is where the party starts, as we can see right here in this graph brought to you by tradingview.com. Now, the end of the altcoin rally could boost Bitcoin further. That's right. Adding to the chances Bitcoin rallies higher from here is the potential for profits recently made in the altcoin market to cycle into the king of all crypto. The past few weeks have been marked by parabolic rallies in certain cryptocurrencies. Some think this move will continue, but there's some sentiment that these profits will be cycled into Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. One commentator went on to share, risk appetite is returning. We've seen a major re-rating in many of the smaller altcoins, especially DeFi. And a little later here in the show, I'm going to share with you one particular DeFi coin that just rallied over 10,000% just recently. And in the past 4 to 5 weeks, while Bitcoin has been range bound. At some point, the valuation of these alts will start to look frothy and the capital will flow back into the king of all crypto. So to what extent does that influence Bitcoin is not yet clear. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And before I share with you this little known crypto asset, which just skyrocketed 10,000% in the DeFi market, let's first take a look at the overall crypto market. As we can see right here, Bitcoin still maintaining above 9,500 support, up 0.7% for the day. Like I mentioned earlier, we need to break 10,000 and 10.5 critical resistances before we can continue moseying on up and continuing towards new all-time highs. Ethereum has been surging. It surged almost 20% just the other day, up 3.5% for the day, marching towards $300, currently trading at $284. We have Miss Litecoin up 7% for the day, trading at $47.50 and looking extremely bullish, might I add. ADA Cardano up a whopping 8%, trading at 13.3 cents. If you're bullish on ADA, let me know in the comments below. We have BNB coin up 7%, trading just below $20. XRP up 1.7%, trading at 20 cents. And Chainlink down 1% for the day, trading at $7.61. And now taking a look at some of the top exchange volume. Binance leading the pack by far, up 8% with 4.76 billion in volume for the day. OKEX down 3.7% with 1.3 billion in volume. BitMEX down 8% with 1.2 billion in volume. And Hobby Global down 18.5% with 902 million in volume. All right, now let's break down this little known crypto asset, which just recently skyrocketed 10,000%. A little known crypto is the latest to send shockwaves through the industry after rising over 10,000% in just a few days after it launched. That's right, the crypto analysis platform Sentiment is tracking the performance of YFI, the governance token of decentralized finance, better known as DeFi protocol, Yearn.finance. An analyst at Sentiment explains that the token helps investors generate passive income by leveraging platforms that offer the best yields, hence decentralized finance. Here's what they went on to share. In a nutshell, YFI is something that makes you money, good ton of money. It's the only thing right now in the DeFi market that gives you the highest yield. How does it do that? By taking whatever you deposit, and it actually goes around and searches all the other platforms, whatever protocols are out there, and finds the best yields in that area, and then deposits over there, ensuring that you get the best yields, the best return on investment. Think of it as an automated yield aggregator, and while its creator, Andre Cronje, insists that YFI has no financial value, the market begs to differ. As you can see right here on this graph, the native token of Yearn.finance traded at $31.65 on July 18th before exploding to a new all-time high of $3,458.31 on July 25th, a meteoric rise of 10,828% according to CoinGecko. And this statistic does not lie, as we can see on the graph right here on your screen. Holy moly. If you caught that, you're extremely happy right now. What does that mean? It means even if you had a tiny amount of money invested into this small cap cryptocurrency, that you just experienced parabolic financial gains. So more power to you if you took advantage of this trade. I know it's now on my radar. I missed it, but I'm going to be watching extremely closely. This is the power of the smaller market cap coins. They don't need to explode that much to witness a 10,000% gain. And that's what we're experiencing right now. Although DeFi tokens are the hottest assets in the crypto space right now, Sentiment highlights the fact that gains are never guaranteed and the market is extremely volatile and risky. They went on to share, it's important to note that DeFi is pretty nascent. There are very real inherent risks involved. Smart contract exploits, bugs, hacks, collateral getting liquidated, stablecoin depegging, and that's a fact. But where there is no risk, there is no reward. So if you'd like to witness 10,000% gains, let me know in the comments right down below. If you caught this, let me know. And if it's now on your radar, also holla at your boy in the comments right down below. And before we break down our next story of the day on why one prominent chess grandmaster, Garry Kasparov, is bullish on Bitcoin adoption and breaking down some of the highlights from his recent interview with Forbes, let's first take a look at the overall crypto market cap sitting at 289 billion with 63 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and the current Bitcoin dominance still on the decline at 61%, even as many altcoins are starting to rise against Bitcoin. And taking a look at some of the top gainers within the top 100, Swipe up 21%, trading at $2.08. Ample Fourth up 19%, trading at $2.32. Block Stack up 16%, trading at 19 cents. Tomo Chain up 11.5%, trading at $1.13. I shared a little insight on Tomo Chain in yesterday's episode. If you missed it, be sure to check it out. It's looking pretty bullish. Flexacoin up 8%, trading at 0.005, and Aave up 6.6%, trading at 30 cents. And as we continue scrolling down, we also have Miss Litecoin up 7%, which is a beautiful thing to see. A lot of people ask, why are you bullish on Litecoin? Well, it's considered the silver to Bitcoin's digital gold. And when we see Litecoin surge, it's definitely a good sign, as well as when we see Ethereum surge, Bitcoin tends to follow. So I'm just throwing it out there. ADA Cardano also up over 7% for the day. BNB coin, and the list goes on. Which altcoins out of this list are you most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now taking a look at the biggest losers in the past 24 hours, we have Kava down 6%, trading at $2.56. Quant down 6%, trading at $7.77. Someone wants to go to a casino, play 777, hit a slot machine up. Just saying. Band Protocol is down 5%, trading at $4.09. Divi down 5%, trading at 6 cents. And Aurora down 4%, trading at 1 cent. Below that, we have the Midas Touch Gold, Swiss Borg, Loop Ring, iExec, RLC. And now taking a look at the BitMEX margins, we can see the bulls are back in control. I love to see this. The bulls are leading with 54 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with longs leading 53.1% versus 46.8% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Hallelujah. We're finally back in greed. Since the time of the pandemic, we've been stuck in extreme fear. Finally broke out of that into fear, then neutral. Now finally back in greed, which I love to see. We're rated a 55 for the day. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And before I break down this final story of the day, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below the video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 485 plus videos right here on my channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Not only is this updated every single day, it also allows you to download the latest episode of the show in MP3 format. Also, be sure to subscribe on YouTube by smashing that button right below this video in the description, or visiting the direct link at cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also follow us on all the major podcasting platforms, including Apple's iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher Radio. You can also follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is cryptonewsyes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 17,000 strong from all over the world. To become a part of it, simply click this link, request to join, and I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a crypto Telegram chat. To join, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Bitcoin can be an integral piece to progressing the game of life, according to chess grandmaster Gary Kasparov. And shout out to Gary Kasparov for embracing Bitcoin. I don't know if you know this or not, but I am massively obsessed with chess since a little kid, and probably in the past year I've played over 6,000 blitz games, which are speed chess games on chess.com. If you ever want to battle, holla at me and let's connect. I'd love to play you in the game of chess, but it has to be a blitz game. I'm not sitting there for hours on my phone. We'll play 3 minutes each, and that's all the time we have to make our moves. In a recent interview, the man widely considered to be one of the greatest chess players, and FYI, he is one of the greatest grandmasters of all time, and he's now bullish on Bitcoin, and he's talking about it openly. And considering how big of a following he has, this is is definitely uber bullish for BTC, explaining that the decentralized digital currency is helping individuals to maintain personal privacy as well as their liberty. He also explained that he believes it's only a matter of time before Bitcoin as well as other digital currencies garner greater mainstream adoption, and I agree with the Grandmaster 100%. Kasparov recently sat down with Forbes to share his thoughts on Bitcoin as well as blockchain technology. Kasparov explained in the interview that although the state has the right to issue currency, people need to have a backup to turn to when money printing gets out of hand, which is exactly what we're witnessing right now with the stimulus and quantitative easing, with printing trillions out of thin air. He believes this backup option should be Bitcoin, and I agree. If you agree with Gary, let me know in the comments below. He goes on to share in the interview, the good thing about Bitcoin is that you know exactly the number, the magic number of 21 million, but when you look at the other side, the Fed, for instance, you never know how many trillions of dollars will appear on the market tomorrow, and that will damage your savings. That's a fact. He further added that fears surrounding Bitcoin being a currency for criminals are far overstated, and that the upsides it offers far outweigh any potential downsides. It goes on to share, when we look at the opposite hand, we see many upsides for crypto, starting with Bitcoin, because it allows for more personal control for individuals at a time where more and more of elements of our lives are controlled either by the state, corporations, or outside parties. That's because Bitcoin is the currency of the people, and us people no longer trust corrupt government. We trust in mathematics, hence the blockchain, baby. So why Kasparov thinks Bitcoin adoption is inevitable, let's break it down. While speaking about the future of crypto, Kasparov offered his optimistic viewpoint, noting he believes a growing demand for privacy could be the flame that ignites widespread Bitcoin adoptions. On this point, he said that people are recognizing that so many elements of our lives are now screened, adding that they will eventually flock to anything that can offer a haven of privacy. He also pointed to the growing trend of populist desire for a power shift away from institutions and back into the hands of individuals, aka the people. That's why I think the steady rise in popularity of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology as a concept is inevitable, he said. So let me know your thoughts surrounding Gary Kasparov's exclusive interview here with Forbes. I'll be sure to include the original interview link in the show notes below the video in the description so you can hear it directly from the horse's mouth. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM and leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, be sure to smash that link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to connecting with you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.